To enter this month's giveaway of the Windows $10 gift card, all you have to do is stay subscribed to the channel. That is all. Good luck guys and enjoy the video. What's up guys, SeanEDawgz here, and if you are brand new to my best class setup series, how it works is I take each and every gun in the game, and for the most part I will give you two different setups for the gun, an unsilenced and a silenced version, because I know people have different playstyles. Some people like to go for nukes and different things like that. So let's get straight into it. The ERAD is one of the premier guns in Infinite Warfare. It is the choice submachine gun of all the pro players, mainly because of its ridiculously fast fire rate, but it can still maintain decent accuracy from that mid range. Within 25 to 30 feet, this gun probably kills the fastest in the game out of any single gun that's not like a weird gun like the M1 Garand, but that's banned in competitive play anyway. The beauty of using submachine guns is, unlike the assault rifles where I have to waste a point for my elo sight and then I have one random point that I have to waste for equipment, I don't use sights on any of the submachine guns because you're not really looking to get range out of this weapon. It's a submachine gun, it's not going to have that much range anyway, and that is the main weakness. Now because of this weakness, you'll want to focus some of your attachments to help out the range and make it a little bit better. That is why I use the foregrip, so the gun's a little bit more steady, you can get a few more feet distance from it, and I also use the equivalent of rifled barrel for these energy weapons. It's called particle lamp. All that does is increase the stopping power range, so it increases the range of your 4-shot kill. The third attachment that I use is one that I cannot live without, and that's quick draw. I use that on every single class, whether I'm using an assault rifle or a sniper, because that allows you to outdraw your opponent, and if you can get your gun up faster than your opponent, chances are you are going to kill them. Now moving on to the perks, it is my usual perk setup. I double up on perk 1 with Ghost and Overclock. Overclock, that's more of a preference thing. You could definitely switch that out for something else. Maybe you want an extra attachment, maybe you want to use some equipment. I only use Overclock so I could get my rewind faster and save my life more often to keep score streaks. Now Ghost, that is the second most important perk in the game. You'll hear me say that in pretty much all my class setups. It's very, very crucial. You want to stay off the radar, and Ghost allows you to do just that. Basically, you can only be detected by the sound of your gun and footsteps if you're using Ghost. For perk 2, I use Hardline. That's another preference thing. I just like getting my streaks quickly, but maybe you're not a guy that is able to get streaks very often. You might want to substitute that. Maybe you use a different rig than I do, so you don't have so much ammo, and you might want to use Scavenger. Now for my third perk, I use Dead Silence. I've probably said this over 100 times. This is the best and most crucial perk in the entire game. You don't want to be stomping around like an elephant and people will just pre-fire you all the time. And with the combination of Ghost and Dead Silence, you're pretty much undetectable unless you start firing your weapon. I personally didn't enjoy using this gun with a silencer. I felt like it turned it into a pea shooter, but I mean I still did just as good. I dropped over 70 kills in both of these gameplays, but I will say that I prefer the weapon without the silencer. Once you throw that on, you're guaranteed to get those 5 and 6 shot kills instead of 4 pretty much all the time. However, if you insist on using this weapon with a silencer, maybe you're a flank guy, the only thing that I changed about the class was I changed one of the choice perks that I mentioned before. I took out Overclock, which gave me 2 points back, and I put on the silencer. All of the other attachments and perks are exactly the same. I basically just switched out a perk for an attachment. This gun is deadly either way, with or without the silencer, just because it has such a fast time to kill, but again, definitely I would recommend it without the silencer. Now moving on to the variants, if you can't shell out 4,000 salvage for the epic variant, I do think that's the best one, because not because of the underbarreled shotgun, which is one of the weapon traits, but because of the other one. It reduces your recoil, and that is key when it comes to submachine guns. But if you don't want to spend the salvage, the next best one is the Merciless, which is a legendary variant, because that gives you increased ammo. I always like that perk. And if you barely want to spend any salvage, the common variant called the Ascendant increases your damage range, which is really good as well. Maybe you won't even have to use the particle lamp. There is one real downside to this weapon, which is why I'd consider using that legendary variant that increases your ammo, and it's that because this is an energy weapon, you can't use extended mags, you can't use fast mags. I found myself running out of ammo very often because of the fast fire rate. Multi-kills were sort of an issue. After like 2 or 3 kills, it's really hard to pick up more than that in a magazine. But besides that, this gun's pretty much flawless in every other aspect. If you do follow this class setup, you should be good to go. You should be going on some crazy score streaks if you have decent accuracy. This gun, I'm telling you, it has the fastest time to kill, not including like crazy epic variants or like the M1. It is really, really good. So you guys should really try this thing out. And at very close ranges, you might want to hip fire. The hip fire is really good too. So this thing's just an all-around beast. And if I weren't going for nukes, if this had a nuke variant, I'd be using it all the time. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this class setup video. If you did enjoy and found it helpful, be sure to drop a like, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have, and as always, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.